Hey there, Heather, ho there, Chef Carter Diamond. Welcome you to round of 16 coverage of the Super Bowl winners, losers, events starting using second and 10 football. 128 teams got in. If you won the Super Bowl or took second in the Super Bowl, that's 118 teams. 10 more were used by different means. 2 by leagues that were not really affiliated with the NFL. The AFC and the NFL Europe brought one team. 2 AFL teams that were not Super Bowl teams. Uh, 2 by the 1930s and 1940s NFL champs and all that, and 4 by the franchises that didn't have a championship. Detroit, 1957, got in the last NFL championship. Cleveland, 1964, NFL championship. Jacksonville, 1999, when they were number one in the AFC and should have went to the Super Bowl, but didn't, losing the Titans again. And Houston, 2019, beating Buffalo in the World Wildcard game and having Kansas City easily until they faltered in the second half. So after that, we are now in round 4. We have the 2016 Falcons yesterday beating the 1970 Colts. You know, the Colts winning Super Bowl 5 called the Blunder Bowl. The Atlanta Falcons, that team that was up 28-3, needed to say more. And then the score was 32-22 Atlanta, thanks to Matt Ryan's 478 passing. The 1970 Cowboys escaped the 2001 Rams, the greatest show on turf, if you will. 17-10, nobody scored in the second half. The 1933 Bears with the overtime win over the 1968 Jets. You know, that was a great game. You know, Bronco Nagurski and the Bears, the old school Bears against the Super Bowl III guaranteeing quarterback of Joe Namath. So now we have 3 games for you today. Our first trip will be to New York as the 1984 San Francisco Giants. Yeah, they're facing the Giants. They're the San Francisco 49ers take on the 86 New York Giants. I did give a preview of everyone's stats beforehand, but of course, you know, 6 teams, extra stats, they'll be big. So we head to New York. Montana being a quarterback, Wendell Tyler and Roger Craig for your running backs. Drake Clark, Trey Sullivan, and Earl Cooper your receivers. Defensive line, Keith Farnhurst, John Ayers, Red Quillen, Henry Cross, and Michael Harris. Giants team line, Leonard Marshall, Jordan Garden. 4 linebackers, Carl Banks, Gary Carson, Gary Reason, and LT. Merrick Collins, Kenny Hill, Gary Kennard, and Corey Williams. Niners, 161-19.
Flag on the play. Personal foul. Defense. First down. First down. Timeout, offense. First down. Flag on the play. Flagrant face mask. Defense. good.
Robinson, Bobby Lee Johnson, Phil McConkey, your wide receivers, Mark Ricardo, your tight ends. Brad Benson, Billy Ard, Bart Oates, Chris Godfrey, Carl Nelson, your offensive line. D-line, Dwayne Ward, Manu Tuisosofi, Jim Stuckey, Dan Bunce, Tina Turner, Ricky Ellison, and Jack Hacksaw Reynolds. Eric Wright, Carlton Williamson, Dwight Hicks, and Ronnie Lott are your QBs. Giants won Super Bowl 21 with Phil Simms, throwing left, right, center.
First down. First down.
Touchdown, Giants. The extra point is good. The extra point is good. Touchdown, Giants.
Holding. Offense.
It's good.
Right to the red zone, fourth quarter. So we will play the fourth quarter. Second and goal. Might as well.
First down. This is good.
Holding. Offense.
Flag on the play.
Holding. Receiving team.
First down. First down. First down.
It's a close one. Montana could have two teams in the quarterfinals because he plays again tomorrow. Sims 15 for 32, 226 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 109 on the North Carolina. Montana 16 for 28, 212, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, so those are Sims and Bavaro. Montana Clark 10-7, Montana Solomon something Labour field goal, then Montana got sacked against for safety. Other than that, after that, yeah, the touchdowns were really far in the second half. They both buckled down. The Giants were close. The Niners win. 2018. Labour did not miss a field goal. So that's what happened. So we go off to Green Bay next. The 90 Giants and the 6-6 Packers. Actually, shit. You know what? No, because Sims plays for the 90 squad as well. Yeah, shoot. That should not. Okay, my fault. That game's got to move to That game's got to move till tomorrow. I'm sorry. That does have to move till tomorrow. That has to move. We'll have to move the two games. Oh yeah, that's right. That is right because I forgot Sims plays for both the 86 Giants and the 90 Giants. So the Seattle Miami game has to be today for the benefit. Yeah, that's right. It has to be today, Seattle and Miami. Okay. No big deal. We got this game underway.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the.
Russell Wilson, the man from NC State, and Pivot, also Wisconsin, but yeah. Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, and Will Turkoglu are your running backs. Doug Baldwin, Paul Richardson, and Luke Wilson, Canadian, at tight end. Offensive line, Russell O'Con, J.R. Sweezy, Max Unger, Jake Carpenter, Joseph Brett. Miami's leading line, Vern Denharder, Benny Fernandez, Bob Hines, and Bob Stanfield. Part of the Union defense, Nick Ricconi, Doug Swift, and Mike Cullen. Linebackers for DBs are Tim Foley, Jake Scott, Dick Anderson, and Curtis Johnson. 2014 Seahawks, massive NFC title game coming back against the Packers. Get to the Super Bowl against the Pats. They thought they had it. Jermaine Kearse made that insane catch in the fourth quarter, and then they decided not to trust Marshawn Lynch for 1 year for symptoms. Don Nottingham started running back. That doesn't mean that they're running backs. Roland Briscoe, Paul Warfield, the star from Cleveland, and Jim Mandich. Now the commentator on the radio. Tight end, Norm Evans, Larry Little, Jim Langer, Bob Kuchberg, and Wayne Moore are your offensive line. Seattle's team line, Michael Bennett, Kevin Williams, Tony McDaniel, and Soy Favreau. Linebackers, no Bobby Wagner today, so Smith has to come in with KJ Wright and Bruce Irvin in the linebacker crew. Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Byron Maxwell, and DBs. I mean, this is not the perfect team. They lost to Atlanta in the second round. But yeah, this was like one Super Bowl 8 against the Vikings. 2 yards by Murphy. Song gets 2.
Flag on the play.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Timeout, offense.
Touchdown, Dolphins. The extra point is good.
Miami in the third quarter. Good check. 15-7.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
We're always in control.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense.
Flag on the play.
Flagrant face mask. Defense. Timeout. Defense.
Timeout. 3 points.
Good.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
Flag on the play.
Holding. Receiving team. First down. First down. First down.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Good.
Nice job by the Seahawks. Congratulations.
First down.
That's about, well, that is 72%, 140 yards and a touchdown. Something worse, 74, 73 yards. Wilson 12 for 25 for 50, a touchdown hit. And Marshawn went beast mode, 63-yard run. And for the longest time, that was the only touchdown for Seattle. They just couldn't do it. The drives, touchdowns for Seattle. 10:45. They only had the ball for 10 minutes and 45 seconds. Miami had 2 drives of over 14 minutes. Wow, 23 plays, 96 yards for a touchdown. Wow, great ball control there. Yeah, all that. Seattle, a lot of players. Bobby Wagner was their biggest player. Baltimore and Atlanta. The drives, 25 to 34 minutes. Recap. Curtis was not available. Ridley was not available for Atlanta for her Patriot. Dallas St. Louis the ball. St. Louis had the ball for 31 minutes. Yeah, Dallas only had 2 red zone possessions. No Falk, no none for St. Louis. Dallas didn't have Will Garrison. Yeah, when you don't have Mr. Marshall Falk. Chicago. I don't want to write up. Drives 38-30. Yeah, that went to overtime. Oh, that Juzzles was not available. And then San Fran Giants. The drives 27-32. Recap. Oz Anderson was unavailable. Of all people. All right, so now we head to New England. The battle of New England. 07 versus 85 to finish us off. New England starts the ball at the 20. Tom Terrific at pivot. Lawrence Maroney runs the ball. Wes Welker, Dante Spellberg, Brady Lawson, great trio of wide receivers with Ben Watson at tight end. Nick Cassier, Logan Mankins, Dan Cochran, Stephen Neal, and Matt Laker offensive line. D-line for the 85 squad, Julius Adams, Dennis Owens, and Ken Simmons. Larry McCrew, Steve Nelson, Andre Tippett, and John Blackwood, linebackers. Ray Claiborne, Fred Marriott, Roland James, and Buddy Lippett. The Pats, they were 16-0 in the regular season, 2 playoff ones, and then they lost Super Bowl 42. Thanks to them not sacking Eli and then the helmet catch for 10 feet. Job there by the 85 squad. Tony Easton at pivot for the Old School Patriots. Tony Collins, Robert Brothers running the ball. Stanley Morgan, Stephen Starry, and then Dawson receivers. Steve Moore, Ron Rubin, Pete Brock, John Hanna, and Brent Holloway, your offensive line. For the 07 Pats, Ty Warren, Prince Wilford, Travis Green, linebackers, Kate Brewski, Darius Thomas, Mike Vrabel, and Joseph Coleman. House Hobbs, Rodney Harrison, James Sanders, and Santi Zappi.
First down.
point.
The extra point is good.
We'll go to the fifth. Yeah, we'll go to the fifth. We're gonna do all the fifth quarter. It is 14-13. Easton and midfield. Third lane.
First down.
Third and 6. Yards.
Kick is good. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Kicking team.
Flag on the play.
Roughing the passer. Defense. First down.
16.
Good. Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. First down. First down. First down. Roughing the passer. Defense. First down.
Good.
Third and 2, just quiet.
First down.
First down, dude.
First down. Timeout offense.
And 2. That was a good game. The 85 squad had better offensive yardage, but the return yardage was there. So Tom Terrific wins 24-22. It was close, but England had a chance to tie. Easton, 19 for 42, 12, 2 touchdowns, and 82. Brady, 20 for 32, 172, 2 touchdowns. Easton to Jones for a touchdown. Franklin field goal. Brady to Welker, 10-7, Franklin field goal. And then Asante Samuel went coast to coast. Butter and toast. The pick 6 by Asante made it 14-13. Franklin field goal, then Goskowski field goal, Brady to Falk, and then Easton to Morgan. A chance to tie, but they missed. Drives. 23 minutes for the 07 squad. And to recap, unavailable Sammy Morris was missing for the Pats. That's all that was missing for the Pats. For the 07 Pats. Sammy Morris. But they still won the game 24-22. What a game. That's a game. That's a classic. So yeah, 73 Miami, that wasn't really a classic per se, but San Fran and 07 Pats, that was a classic. Pair of 2-point games that actually could have hinged on the final play. Nearly did. So to summarize, head into our final 2 matchups. The 2016 Atlanta Falcons, Matty Ice with a great day against the 70 Colts. The 70 Cowboys, Super Bowl 5 losers, beat the Greatest Show on Turf 01 Rams 17-16. The 33 Bears with the shutout with the touchdown in overtime against the 68 Jets. The 73 Dolphins 24-14. The 84 Niners win 20-18. It was a close one. They gave up a pair of field goals. And the 07 Pats were up 24-22. New England for 2. So the 90 Giants, yeah, their game has to be tomorrow because Phil Simms does play for both the 86 and 90 squad. They'll face the 66 Packers Super Bowl one champions, so that's Super Bowl 25 champions. And the Super Bowl one, the runners-up, the 66 Chiefs, head to San Francisco to face the 89 Niners. It's purposely on Monday because of Joe Montana for Joe Cool. So, that's what happens there in the Wild Wild West. So, that's all we've got for now. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond to do.